Roll sound. Roll camera. Mark. Action.
The distant hum of wind whistling through the industrial ruins. A desolate landscape. Piles of rusted junk, cracked concrete, and shipping containers.
I'm making a real-life Rust movie, and not just any fan movie, but a story that tells the deeper lore about Rust. I've been playing this game since 2013, and I'm also a filmmaker at heart. A couple years ago, I also made some real-life Rust content, but this time, I want it to be a bit more serious. I want to write an actual narrative, inspired by shows like Chernobyl or Lost. And while Faceplinch has left the backstory of Rust up to interpretation, the game has plenty of clues. Take a look at this poster. You've probably seen it during your launch site runs. Who is this guy? Presumably, he was the CEO of Cobalt Industries. These other posters tell so many stories about this mysterious organization, but this guy, with his eyes torn off, I knew he had to be our main character. And I know the best person for the job. The biggest role player I know, Jack Shepard. As soon as he agreed, I started writing the script and we immediately got to work. Let's introduce our main character, Dr. Oliver Newman.
Dr. Oliver Newman walks into his launch site facility with a suitcase. He's wearing a dark navy suit with the Rust logo in his front pocket. A grand nuclear power plant comes into view, billowing smoke into the sky.
At first I thought that this is a decent setup. We open with the man on the poster and we immediately show the audience what we're working with. But then we realized we're missing a visual hook, something more recognizable to the average Rust player. So I thought, how about the Rust scientist?
The scientist, clad in a rugged cobalt hazmat suit with a reflective visor and oxygen tank, steps in a frame. He points a Geiger counter probe while the clicks break through the eerie silence.
Now from here, after the scientist walks into the bunker, there should be some mystery or suspense. He's looking for something. Both the viewer and the scientist are desperate for answers.
The poster features the face of a charismatic man in a suit titled Cobalt Industries. It is tattered and torn with his eyes torn off. The scientist steps closer.
From here, we have a lot more flexibility in what story to tell. In the game, there's radiation everywhere. There's a trend in post-apocalyptic games where radiation has mystical properties, like in the Fallout or Metro series. I want to give the radiation in Rust that same treatment. This time, the radiation has memories. Let's introduce Dr. Newman in a flashback.
His gloved hand hesitates, then rests it on the poster. He winces in pain and sounds of radiation engulf the space around him.
Yes. I understand it's unconventional, but imagine the possibilities. With more cobalt, we could revolutionize regenerative medicine, perhaps even achieve immortality.
Now, we're literally only two people. Me behind the camera and Jack in front. We needed a way to build a story with only one actor, and our solution was using the phone. This entire scene is about Dr. Newman trying to get more funding for Cobalt, so we recruited some friends and YouTubers to send in some lines.
I get it, your ideas are intriguing, but they're just too speculative right now.
We saw that big loss he had last year, and we're trying to stay safe.
To be quite frank, your work seems more like science fiction than reality.
I miss him so much. I can't keep it together at home. I need you here. Please.
And after many failed attempts at acquiring funding for his projects, Dr. Newman's old Soviet spy friend calls to let him know that he's in.
Their loss is our opportunity, my friend. It is time for action.
But to make this scene truly impactful, we need a fight scene. So back to the present we go.
You were like leaning forward with your pelvis, but you want to keep it.
So I want a solid pause. Yeah. And then pick your main.
Yeah.
Like that, okay?
So like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the big reveal of the film. The scientist is actually Dr. Newman, and he's being hunted down by clones of himself. This was all great, but this movie is missing something else. We need to add some of that Rust toxicity in there. This was a very delicate decision to make because I want this film to be taken seriously, but also be true to the Rust experience. So I decided on this.
Action.
I was such a stickler for this, we had to get the scream just right, so we did it over and over and over again. And at the very, very end, we have to end up where everyone else starts in Rust, the beach. Please go watch the film. It is out right now. Or if you want to see how I made the Rust Scientist suit, click here.